Welcome back to Crystal Clear. I'm Ultric Vox, and the track list for Steven Universe, the movie, the soundtrack, has been unveiled. Revealing alongside it that we won't just be getting the songs on this album, but the actual instrumental background music, the actual musical score. It's an actual movie soundtrack. Cartoon Network, I could cry right now. You really did it. On a serious note, I actually am really happy that we'll be able to not only watch the movie, but anytime we hear a rockin' tune, we'll be able to listen to it on Spotify, vocals or no vocals. The soundtrack has 38 tracks, 17 vocal and 21 instrumental. This soundtrack will go up on streaming services September 2nd at 7:30 p.m., immediately after the movie airs. Yeah! And there will be a vinyl release on November 15th. So let's go through these tracks, examine their titles, the order they appear in, and try to piece together as much as we can the story of the film. That being said, spoiler warning, in case the titles of any of these tracks may be considered spoilers to you, or in case any prediction ends up being right on the money. Our first track is The Tale of Steven, a vocal track. We can infer with this, alongside the second track, Once Upon a Time, that the movie will open up with a recap of the series of sorts. Considering it's called The Tale of Steven, I'm actually doubting it'll be something as bare bones as, "Hi, I'm Steven, I'm half human, half alien." I think it'll be a song that actually manages to recap the entire series pretty nicely. That any newcomers who start with the movie will know all about the corrupted gems, the Great Diamond Authority, Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond, the redemption of Peridot, and maybe even small things like how Business returned and became a full-fledged crystal gem, how Lapis Lazuli joined the fray. Maybe even the Watermelon Stevens will get a shout out, as I do believe they'll have a major role in the film. Alright, pretty straightforward, and not only is that an exciting way to catch people up to speed, but I think it also allows for a smooth transition, going from a season 1 12-year-old Steven to the 16-year-old Steven that appears in this film. This takes us to track 3, Message to the Universe. And I think this is a literal message across the galaxy, one that we've seen in the beginning of the trailer, where Steven is communicating with various gems through a pink holographic projection. The kind of projections brought on by Diamond Communicators, as seen in the episodes Message Received and within the flashback in Now We're Only Falling Apart. Just mentioning that because how Yellow Diamond appears in Message Received is on a much smaller scale than her projection when Pink Diamond tries to appease to her in blue. This message will be important for two things. One, as heard in the trailer, it'll help Steven explain to the gems where he's going. It'll help the audience understand how he helped save all of Homeworld's colonies. And the second point, or third point maybe, it'll help the villain of this film know exactly where she should strike. Oh, this so-called Steven takes Pink Diamond's gem, fixes up a few planets, ruins my life, and now he thinks he can just go to the planet Earth unscathed and unpunished? Again, great way to get the ball rolling. Let's continue. Number 4, a vocal song, Let Us Adore You. Now this song has a reprise towards the end of the film, but I assume this initial context will be Homeworld adoring Steven, the Diamonds adoring Steven. Why? Because Steven is just so great, but pretty much being the catalyst for changing Homeworld's ways, and literally ushering in the start of Era 3, instilling free will and allowing gems to express their individuality, Steven is likely hailed as this godlike figure. Homeworld wanted to express their affection for him, how thankful they are for Steven and the rest of the crystal gems. And again, for a certain mischievous heart-shaped gem, it'll make her pretty infuriated and give her more motivation to despise Steven. After Let Us Adore You is an instrumental, Home Sweet Home. This is likely when Steven returns to Earth, he's back in Beach City, he checks out the Gem Town, and he's reunited with his friends, his family. And I'm assuming this will segue into track listing 6, another vocal track, Happily Ever After. This already adds more weight to Steven's line, "I want my happily ever after back." Following the end of Change Your Mind, all of the major conflicts were resolved. Corruption, the beef with the diamonds, the true identity of Rose Quartz. Steven found himself. They did another rendition of the theme song. So what is everyone up to now? I believe that's what this song will show us. What some of the townies are up to, like Nanafwa and Lars. Especially Lars. How the uncorrupted gems have been adapting to a modern day Earth. The 411 to all of that will be laid down here. This takes us to track listing 7, instrumental track, The Arrival. Oh, that's ominous, and I think we all know exactly what it means. The arrival of the film's villain. The moment we see her descend upon the temple, and planting a giant injector into the ground. Number 8, Other Friends. Now, the placement of The Arrival makes this kind of confusing, but by Other Friends, I'm assuming this is either a musical number about the unencrypted gems, maybe about the other crystal gems, Bismuth, Peridot, and Lapis, or the term friend here could be ironic. The mysterious gem referring to her, and any other gems she felt Steven abandoned or uprooted, those are the friends in this context. And if the villain's introduction was a song, especially one that taunts Steven and his ideology, oh well, then I'm already excited for where this is going. Number 9, One-on-One. I'm assuming this is a gem taking on the movie villain. One-on-one could mean Steven. Maybe she demands to fight Steven. Maybe one-on-one can be Garnet. As in the trailer, we do see the villain lunge at Garnet and the two lock hands. Number 10, probably the most mysterious track on here, is system/boot.perl_final (3) info. Obviously, this is being read as an actual file, a computer program. So in relation to Pearl, I think of the Hollow Pearls. This could involve them and Pearl having musical number where she sticks the hollow pearls onto the gem, or 2, this could do with the creation of pearls. At San Diego Comic-Con, Rebecca Sugar did confirm that White Diamond is involved with the creation of pearls, but our Pearl never heard her directly. But then, Sugar alluded that there's more to that, but she's already said too much. Perhaps this new gem has her own pearl, one that she made. Is it out of the realm of possibility? She's already showing up with an injector custom tailored to have her gemstone, so the idea of her setting up a new pearl and then using that pearl to aid her, going into the lore that surrounds creating a gem, I'd be all for that. Or maybe this gem does something to Pearl. Gems are supercomputers, so it's not unreasonable they can be hacked into. Last guess, perhaps Pearl is trying to operate or hijack a ship, or any kind of machine this gem has brought to the planet. Remember in the season 1 finale Jailbreak? During Stronger Than You, when Pearl took control of Peridot's ship, she had a very robotic expression on her face, as if she was downloading or processing information, so perhaps she does something similar here, just this time in song. Number 11, With Friends Like These. Assuming we're already in battle mode, I think this instrumental could accompany Steven and the Crystal Gems. Everyone taking a moment to breathe before bracing themselves to run back into another epic battle. Alternatively, Friends Like These could go back to Other Friends. Maybe this gem is trying to create a new court with her injector, referring to the soon-to-be incubated gems as friends.
With friends like these, I can destroy the earth and conquer the universe. Ha 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 ha.
Next up is Crystal Gem Huddle, which I believe is a scene we saw in the trailer. Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl, and Steven seem to be embracing each other inside a crater. This again could just be the gems regrouping, trying to catch their breath and think of a plan. Their current strategy of just throwing everything at this gem, it's not cutting it. She's still standing. They have to think of something else. And that takes us into 13, Who We Are. I really want this to just be an epic moment of the Crystal Gem standing back up, not letting this gem push them around, and in song communicate, looky here, lady. Do you know who we are? We are the Crystal Gems. But maybe this could be a villain song, explaining who she is and who these gems she's going to create are going to be. 14, Hijinks Will Ensue. This feels like a more goofier track, which kind of fits what we've seen so far of the villain gem's personality. So I'm just gonna assume this instrumental accompanies her during one of her big moments. 15, Isn't It Love? Vocal. Alright, so I think this track could be one of two things. One, we get some unexpected Steven and Connie focus. I only say unexpected because it'd be following a huge battle. Or 2, Isn't It Love? That question mark? Questioning what love is? Alongside with the song True Kind of Love, it has me thinking this new gem loved Pink Diamond. She loved her job on Homeworld. Steven has brought about change, and it's change she doesn't like. And this gem is trying to rationalize to Steven that destroying you, isn't that love? How could that not be love? Love for my late diamond, and love for what I want to do. To which later, Steven shows her the true kind of love. I would love if Steven vs. the movie played around with the different concepts of love, including twisted love. But maybe I'll dig into that in a separate video. Let me know what you guys want in the comments below. 16 is Search Party. So I'm assuming this gem flees shortly afterwards, maybe taking Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl with her against their will, causing Steven to link up with Bismuth, Peridot, and Lapis. 17, Echoes of Friendship. This could complement any of Steven's relationships. 18, No Matter What. The most I can guess about this without any context is, no matter what, we're going to stop this bad guy. Or if it's a bad guy song, no matter what, I'm going to destroy the earth. 19, our handshake. This reminds me of Steven and Amethyst, maybe Steven and Connie, maybe Steven and Lars, but I actually really hope it's Steven and Amethyst, as their sibling relationship simply makes me very, very happy. It's always a treat to watch. 20, no ordinary injector. I think this feeds into the theory that this injector could be used to create a brand new diamond, or again, it could be used to create a brand new cord. Or maybe, as Peridot remarks, this injector will wipe out all living life from the earth, and we see Steven throughout the trailer form bags under his eyes, that this injector was designed to pull from different life forces to create whatever gem this villain desires. 21, disobedient. Alright, if I had to wager that at least one vocal song was a villain song, it would definitely be this one. Just the name, disobedient. That doesn't feel like anything any of the characters we know and love would say. Disobedient, at least from the way I look at it, that is a cruel, mean word, especially to use on another being. People may refer to their animals as disobedient, but calling another human being disobedient, that's just not okay. Something gives me a feeling disobedient was something said to the villain. Maybe this could be a true epic backstory song. Whatever it is, I already have a feeling it's going to be intense. 22, let's duet. Well, coupled with 23, I'm gonna take a wild guess at independent together. Vocal, it's a Steven and Connie duet. One that may see the appearance of Stevonnie. Come on, you know you wanna give us time skip Stevonnie. I need that sword and shield combo. 24, running out of time. Well, Peridot did give a countdown for the injector's effects, estimating 41 hours into the destruction of all organic life on the planet. So similarly, Steven and the gems are running out of time, and maybe this is where the physical harm on Steven's body really begins to show. He won't be able to stop the injector at the last second, because he'll barely be living by the last second. 25, feelings flooding back. I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but the words flooding back kind of reminds me of how Steven taps into Pink Diamond's memories. How, as he said in Change Your Mind, he feels her feelings. So perhaps feelings flooding back will accompany a scene where Steven begins to think about his mother, or he wonders what his mom would do. Maybe he gets knocked out, but either way, it would lead to Steven having another vision where he sees through Pink Diamond's eyes. And in doing so, receive a clue on how to defeat this new gem. 26, a special world. This could just accompany Earth talk, maybe this could be referring to a different planet, or maybe a special world is this new gem's end vision. She wants a special world where Homer returns to its old ways, with gems who are like-minded to her. 27, drift away, vocal, not too sure on this one. 28, found. This could tie back to a possible missing character with the track Search Party, or it could be when Steven finds this villain once more. Or maybe this is a villain song, thinking she's finally found her purpose and it's to destroy the Earth and Steven Universe alongside with it. 29, downward spiral. I feel like this track is a play on the villain's abilities, how her arms can spiral together, and how this could reflect the downward spiral of her mental state, which gets more and more deteriorated until it feels like there's nothing left. 30, true kind of love. Honestly, I'm not sure. Being placed right here, it almost sounds like a final battle kind of song, but maybe this is Steven showing the gem true love. Unconditional love. The same love that he's spreading to the rest of Homeworld that he wants her to feel. 31, the missing piece. I think if there is going to be a redemption arc of this villain, which it's Steven Universe, it's more than likely to happen than the villain just saying, nope, I'm still evil. So this could be Steven giving this gem the missing piece for her to feel at peace with herself. 32, change, which is a vocal song. I think this really gives us the villain's dilemma. She's someone who's rejecting change. Steven has brought so many changes to Era 3, and she wants things back to how it used to be. And this song is about Steven finally expressing change to her, why change is a good thing. And maybe Steven will realize things will always be changing in his life as well, even when things are at peace. 33, not good at all. This might be in relation to the Earth and its current status by the end of the movie, with the injector completely filling of its fluid inside of the Earth, and that's gross. 34, no such thing as a happily ever after. This could be Steven or the gem realizing, yeah, we're never gonna get what we want. There's always going to be conflict. And the resolution to that entire thing, because 35 is, are we interrupting something? Which is something characters say when they're interrupting a romantic moment. Are we interrupting something will be murdered by the character after Steven and Connie kiss, baby! My boy's finally moving up in the world, yeehaw! No, but really, I think that's what's happening. 36, Let Us Adore You reprise. I think this could be a reverse. Instead of everyone singing to Steven, maybe if the Shim is redeemed, Steven's singing to her. Or it's just everybody celebrating Steven because he won and it's the end of the film, and even though there was an happy ending, he still learned a lesson, yay! And 37 is finale, which, goodbye guys, the movie's over. 38 is True Kind of Love music video version, which is just a San Diego Comic-Con performance. I've noticed it's been airing on TV as a music video, but if you're curious, that's what it is. But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. What do you think? What track are you most interested in when it comes to the film? For me, I'm somewhat creepily invested into disobedient, just because, again, I don't really like that word. So obviously, I can't wait to see what that word does in the hands of Rebecca Sugar. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at RoundTableVids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at OstricVox. We're also on Instagram. Help the Roundtable grow by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please sort of like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. OstricVox, signing out.